Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead, host of the RNG radio show, and I have with me Tisha Davis from Design Junkie Tees. Yes, Design Junkie Tees. I need to work on with my assistant, make sure he just had my script up. But yes, Tisha Davis from Design Junkie Tees. Tisha, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. So tell me about this company. I know the folks at home will love to hear more about it.
Okay, well, I'm excited that I did finally launch my business, Design Junkie Tees, actually 2 years ago. And it was actually a forum for women to have their say. I wanted women to have an opportunity. So many years women have been silenced. And, women, we're emotional. We want to say, we want to get our voice out. We have a need to say 22,000 words a day. We need to talk. We need a place that we can get it out.
I beat all of y'all. She's at least 40,000. At least.
Oh, I know. When my mother remarried, I still talk to my mother every day, but I felt like I had to talk to her to save him. So let her dump it on me so I can save him.
Let me take 10,000 words today. I'll just do 10,000.
I'll help you out here. So I wanted to have a vehicle for us to have our say. So It's actually, movement. So at this season, it's really been great, putting out the Black Lives Matter shirts and I Can't Breathe shirts and things of that nature, because people do messaging through shirts. And there's so many opportunities, girls trips, and before the pandemic, people had shirts for weddings, for everything, for picnics, for company gatherings. So many women now are small business owners, and so this is an opportunity for them to promote their business. And particularly now when they're doing virtual calls and everything, they want to brand their business. So they want to have on a shirt that has their name, things of that nature. So it gave us an opportunity to have our say. And so actually my very first shirt that I put out there was called, it was a crop top, and it said, "Not everyone can go with you to the next level."
Wow.
Yeah. And so because I knew that I was moving to another level, and you can't take everybody with you when you move.
That is correct. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, so it was an opportunity. So basically my clients are primarily African American, and they're primarily women. I do have different niches that I do. I am a proud member of 37 years of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Okay, all right.
So if you look in my store, www.designjunkietees.com, you will see a lot of pink and green shirts in there. You will see a lot of shirts for my sorors. They have asked me to make this, make that, put their college on it, do this, do that. And so I humbly oblige. So you'll see that. So that's a whole niche in and of itself. And
I love that. It's going to be one of the greatest calls I ever had in my lifetime, so.
Really?
Yes, indeed. Keep out all the way, all the way.
All right. So we
don't talk about the active status. I'll save that for another interview. But yeah.
Well, we having the first fam combo, so this is even better.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So you'll see that, and then just things that said classy and God's plan and blessed and highly favored. Because women, we're so many facets. We're Christians, we're Muslims, we're everything. We're Greek, we're non-Greek, we're moms, we're grandmoms, we're single, we're married. So there's so many different facets. We're daughters, we're sisters, and so women are the nurturers. So women want their babies' pictures on their shirts. They want everything on a shirt. And it's not just about t-shirts. I have tanks, I have sweatshirts, hoodies, I have hats. I have a lot of different promotional items that business owners, that's another niche of mine, small business owners who want to promote their business. So I have cell phone cases and mouse pads and cups and mugs and all that kind of stuff that they can travel.
I was about to ask you. So
yeah.
I actually will be, and I apologize just for the folks at home. No, I thought Tisha was going to cancel on me because I was in desperate need of getting t-shirts, and she immediately came to me and said, "How come you didn't reach out to me?" But by then, I'd already placed the order. But I definitely will, because I am looking for some cups and mugs. So definitely after the show, we'll talk further. But go ahead.
Absolutely. So I love graphic design. So if we go back in time, my bachelor's degree is in accounting. So I have an accounting and financial background. I was working in corporate America for several years, and then I went into the nonprofit sector, which is a whole nother world. That's a whole nother world. You do everything in nonprofit. You know, in corporate, you just do your job and that's it. In nonprofit, you do everything. And so I discovered that I loved graphic design. And and all the while, because I pledged as a freshman in college, all that while I was doing fundraisers and different events. I was planning events, but I didn't know that it was a name for it. I didn't know you could get paid to do event planning. So I was doing all these health fairs and all these fundraisers and balls and all this stuff all the time outside of my accounting job. And I loved it because I'm analytical and creative, and I need to do both. And so I moved into event planning and marketing. And I loved it. And I was doing flyers and the newsletters for the nonprofit organization and all this stuff in print and making shirts. And I would sit there to look and search for the right font to go on that flyer. It gotta be right. If it's about fright, I need a flyer. I need it to run down like the blood coming down from the font.
I love that. I know that's right.
Oh my God, I sit there. That stuff is crack. I'll sit there for an hour. It gotta match. It gotta go together, And so I sit there and I was addicted to it and I loved it. And I would be out in the street and I would be walking with some friends going to lunch and I would say, "That's the funk font. That's my font." And they'd be like, all right, you need some detox or something. But I loved it. And so eventually I wound up getting a master's in nonprofit management, and I got 3 certifications because I'm just a life learner. I'm just not going to stop. I got a certification in events leadership. I got a certification in graphic design. And just this April during the pandemic, I got a certification in entrepreneurship essentials from Harvard.
Whoa. We got to back this up. Tisha, we got to back this up. You telling me that during the pandemic, you talking about people are losing jobs, people are fearful as far as where the next meal is coming from. You talking about you took that same energy that people go into negative thinking about and you got certified?
I got certified.
And how long did it take you? Because for those that are watching, COVID's been around for a while, but it hasn't been around for that long, maybe 3-4 months. How long did it actually take you to get that certification?
30 days.
Wow.
I don't play. The day that my course ended was actually my anniversary, my anniversary. It was on that day. So I knew, I kept saying April 30th, I knew. And actually I completed the course 2 days earlier. So I completed it. 28 days. Yeah, I completed it a little earlier because I'm serious about time management, and I was like, the way that they drip the materials to you and the information, you can only do it like every single Wednesday. But I was determined. I'm like, I can't take 7 days because I have my business and I had my job. Now, ironically, 2 weeks ago, my job released me, so I don't even have the job anymore. But God is good anyway, because in May of this year was my best month ever in my business during the pandemic. I sold the most I've ever sold in my whole history of having this business.
During the pandemic.
So when I tell you, and 40% of African American businesses have shut down, but I'm still here. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm always grateful, that God gave me an opportunity to do something that I love to do. So when people call me, in fact, 10 minutes before I got on with you, a soror called me with another shirt idea. She's like, I got another idea. And so I just, God is keeping me, busy with clients, and I have another vision. So I do the shirts and I do the businesses, I do the AKA shirts, and I do the, the themed shirts. And sometimes I'll just make my own. Like I make shirts and I just put it out there and people like it and they buy it, so it's not that I'm always doing custom work. So I put shirts out there that I think people will like, because guess what? I'm a Black woman. I kind of know what we like. So I definitely, I've been an AKA for 37 years. I pretty much know what they like to see as well. So I can put some things out there without, them asking or whatever. So I do custom work, but I also, do like what I call my staples or my essentials, the things that, a girl would like to have in their repertoire. So I put that out there. But I also started a couple of months ago a fitness line.
Okay, I was going to ask you about
Excited
that.
about that. Yeah, so I'm big on fitness. Now I'm in my 50s. So
Don't look it. If black
yeah,
don't crack.
black don't crack. So when I was in my 40s, when I turned 40, I was bigger than I've ever been in my life. I was very heavy, and I made a decision. I was going up and down on a scale for years, and I would go down to, a good weight, and then I would turn around and eat it back up again. And it was basically my self-esteem had diminished, just things, life happening and different things happening in my life. And I just, I didn't have the right mental state to really maintain it. And then I got to a point where I was volunteering for years at a senior center. And I was going to the gym. So I was going to the gym, but I was still gaining all this weight because I was eating terribly. I would eat at night and go to bed. I was eating the wrong foods. I was eating bread with every single meal. I wasn't doing my body well. And then there was a woman, Miss Bonnie. She don't even know how much she inspired me, but she was 72 at the time. And she would go to the gym 5 days a week like I was going. And she wasn't really like, hitting it hard, but she'd get on a treadmill for like 2 hours or just chatting and talking and walking. And but she was always busy. Like every Wednesday she'd meet her friends. They would go get their little manicure, go to lunch. And she was like, oh, I'm flying down to Virginia. My grandbaby is graduating from college. And oh, every summer my husband and I, we rent this villa and all the kids and the grandkids come. And then Thanksgiving came and she said, all my babies are coming. And guess what they said? Me and my husband don't have to do nothing but sit down. They gonna do all the cooking. And she would just be so, and I loved her because she was such an inspiration to be coming at 72 every day to the gym and everything. She was like our gym mom. And then in the senior center that I volunteered at, we had to help people get out the van and put them in wheelchairs, roll them inside. Sometimes we had to feed them, and they were in bad condition. And I said, do I want to be like them, or do I want to be like Miss Bonnie?
Right.
And that's when I decided, if I want to be like Miss Bonnie when I'm 72, I got to get this 40-year-old body together now. And I made that decision because really, honestly, we decide.
Yep. At the end of the day, it's
there were things that happen.
us.
Yeah, there were things that happen. Of course, people get issues and thyroids and accidents and things that happen, and some things are hereditary. But for the most part, there is so much of it we can control. Correct. Nobody puts a gun to our head and stuffs cakes down our throat.
Nope.
It
feels like it sometimes. It feels like
it be calling, it be pulling.
Wait, what? Don't you need me?
It's the cookies.
Like this?
It's the cookies. They call me when I get in the bed at night. They call my name. But it's, we can control what we eat, and we can control the activities during the day. Gotcha. And, and I was exercising. So that was the weirdest thing. I was exercising, but I was eating so much that it couldn't balance itself out. So I had to do what is it, like 80% has to do with what you eat is really serious.
And I'm like, that can't be right. And I was doing the same thing. That's why I probably still got the current weight I do. It's like you got to do both. If you're slowing down and eating, great, but still add that exercise component to boost it up.
And what we have to realize, take long. Right, and what we have to realize, as your metabolism, changes as you age. So you got to balance. So some things you can eat at 30, you can't eat it at 50. Things you could eat at 50, you can't eat it at 60. So you really got to start to really listen to your body and understand the changes in your body. And you ain't got to be a nutritionist or anything, but you got to know you can't eat fried foods like that. You can't. There's certain things you just can't do.
Can't get away
with. I'm sorry. Some other people can do something. They could eat like if you eat a good plate and I sniff it, I probably gain a pound.
What's that?
Don't lick your lip. Yeah, it smells good. It smells.
There you go.
It smells good.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just certain things I can't do, and that's the reality of it. So I finally, I went to a trainer when I was 40. He got the weight off. I turned around, gained it back. So this time I had to do it myself. I had to do it myself for me. And I got hold of a good diet. I went to a doctor who was, I don't know, he was focused on weight loss. Now, I didn't really have that much to lose. I wasn't trying to lose 100 pounds. And it was really for that type of client. But I went over there because they had free consultations. And so I went over there and I was talking to the young lady at the front desk. She was 19 years old. She had 3 children. And so I've been mentored to many young girls, you know, in the sorority and outside. And I've mentored young girls, and I was talking to her because I was always big on what is it that you want to do? What is your dream? You can do that thing. You can do it. And I was like, I never thought no was an option. You know, when people told me no in my 20s, I didn't even accept no. That wasn't even an option. It would mean not now. And I would still sit at that table and say, okay, what would it take for that no to become a yes? And if somebody told me about a rule, like I was talking to my mother, and I was talking about tutoring because my daughter's a college student. And I was saying, you know, she better ask them questions and get that doggone tutor. And I said, I remember when I had tutoring in accounting, they only would give us 10 hours of tutoring per semester. And I had maxed my tutoring out, and I still needed tutoring. And they were like, well, you maxed it out. And I said, so you mean to tell me that everybody in my class has used their 10 hours? Give me somebody else's hours.
Let me get somebody else. Yeah. I know Brian ain't been here all week. Let me get some of his.
Let me tell you, I took somebody else's, they gave me somebody else's hours. I wasn't playing, because if the rule didn't make sense to me, I'm changing it.
Exactly.
It don't make sense.
Right.
I would go, let me tell you, I would go to the president in a minute. I would go up the ranks until I get the answer that I need to get. So I just feel, so I was talking to the young lady, and we were talking about her dreams and her aspirations. And because I spoke to her for so long, they told me that good old doctor was going to be $2,000. And I said, oh, I don't need to be here. I'm in the wrong place. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop here. So I was getting ready to roll out. And she gave me the diet for free because I was so nice to her.
You see,
she said, wait.
See what positivity in this world brings, ladies and gentlemen. Are you listening? Are you listening? Now, Tisha, because I know we talked about the fitness line, but we didn't talk about where can people check out Design Junkie Tees right now? Where can they go?
Okay, so you can go on my website, www.designjunkietees.com. DesignJunkieTees.com. I'm also on my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/DesignJunkieTees. On IG, I got 2 pages. I have Design_Junkie_Tees, and then I have Design Junkie Fitness. I had to separate that because that's a whole nother animal, because I'm going to be rolling out digital products. I'm rolling out ebooks to help people to lose weight, to help them with meal planning, to help them with exercise regimens. I do a day, 5 days a week. I do a lunchtime dancing thing to show people that
I see you out there.
Other forms of, you could dance for fitness. You can do whatever it is that you do. Get your bike out, whatever it is, go walking, but you can do something to get that weight off and to get healthy so that you're feeling better, so that your heart is pumping better. You know, I never wanted to go in the gym. I would drive to the gym and have to fight myself to get out the car, but nobody wants to go in, but you feel so good when you come out of that gym. So it's really, you really got to find something. So I'm trying to give people options, and I'm going to be, rolling those. So I have some fitness shirts. I have one that says, excuses don't burn calories.
Good.
Okay. So it's really, it's something. I'm very serious about health and wellness and fitness, and I want to help people. And particularly, I think for women, it's really correlated with our mindset. So I really want people to understand that once you believe you can do that thing, you can do it. You know, when you make up your mind, there's nothing that could stop you from getting it done. You know, and nobody said it was going to be easy. So you can't, like, don't think it's instant gratification, because it's not, but it's just like, college is a 4-year process. It's long, and some people take 5 or 6. It depends, multi-majors, or they wasn't focused in the beginning, or they changed their major, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. And don't compare yourself to somebody else, because you don't know their journey. You don't know people's journey. It wasn't easy for me to get to that point, and even when I did get to the point and I got that meal plan, it was serious strict. It's almost, I want to say, equivalent to maybe a keto diet now, because it was really fruits and vegetables, and it was like chicken and fish and nothing else. Like it said, if it's not on this list, don't eat it. And it was very, very strict. And I did it for 30 days and didn't lose 1 pound. Okay. And I mean, I was hungry. I had a bad attitude, and nothing happened on that scale. But people were asking me, did I lose weight? So it's your body's transforming, fat is turning to muscle. So, I mean, remember, if it took you 20 years to gain that weight, eating bad, then it's going to take you several months, maybe a year, depending on how much weight you have to lose to get back to your goal. So don't, you got to be patient with yourself and understand, if you got kids, you might be cooking different for them than you're cooking for yourself. And ain't nothing harder than frying some chicken or doing something and you smelling good and you can't eat that food. And my trainer used to say,
fried chicken now?
oh my God, yeah, it's like, it's hard, but they don't want to eat what you eating.
Right, of course
they don't want to eat just salad every day or whatever you eating, so that makes it a little harder. If you married and your husband ain't on your meal plan, that makes it hard, because he gonna be eating them good chips in front of you while you watching Netflix.
Slowly.
You wanna you gonna eat that by your yeah. So you gotta, it's a discipline, and it's hard, but it's not a diet, it's a life change.
That's what people, now a lot of the stuff that we're talking about, will you be discussing it in your ebook as far as best ways, so people aren't going out there buying $2,000 products or diet plans?
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you something. I told you I was an accounting major. Ain't nobody cheaper than me. I
like that. Okay.
I ain't spending no. First of all, if I'm gonna spend it, I want the coupon, I want the discount, I want everything.
That's awesome. Oh,
so
that is awesome.
I don't have no trainers. I don't spend money on nada. Right now, all of them classes I'm going on, that's them free. Planet Fitness is doing free every day at 7 o'clock. I go on YouTube. I find the free. That's in my budget.
They gave me the free Wi-Fi to come with the free video. I like that.
Cheap. I'm cheap. So I'm not, I don't even have nothing like that that's expensive like that. Awesome. But yes, I definitely want to. So I guess my vision is to inspire and encourage and entertain. I want women to, I have a fitness group actually, and it's called Rump Shakers, Women's Journey to Fitness. So it's a women's group in Facebook, and we're putting in our food, what we eat every day. We're clocking in our calories. We're clocking in. If we go and walking, we all get on and get live. It ain't about me. It's a journey. It's about us. It's a safe space for us to talk about what we need to try to do, because some people are doing keto. Some, people are doing their own different thing. They're showing about meal prep. I'm bringing women in there to talk to us about meal prep, about what to eat. Some people just don't know, what should I be eating? I don't know. I'm still eating what grandmama and them made. I'm eating whatever my mama cook, and she making grits and biscuits and I don't know what to eat, because I just eat what's served, that kind of thing. So we're trying to teach. It's an educational thing, but we're all on this journey together. And every now and again, somebody will post, you know what, I ain't do nothing today. Gotcha. I ate what the heck I wanted to eat.
It's a support group, more or less, though.
Yeah. And I want, because it's a journey, it's a lifestyle. It's your life. It's your life. It's what you make of it. And that's what it is. And so we're gonna help you up, and I have a cousin that came in and she said, y'all, I fell off so bad, but I'm starting over. And we was like, come on, girl, come on. Right. That kind of thing. So I wanted it to be I wanted it to be exactly what it is, and I'm really excited that so many. It's about 108 people are in it. It's only been 2 weeks that I've had the group,
Oh, that
and
number's going to double by the end of next week, if
yeah,
not
I'm
sooner.
excited. Yeah, people are coming in and they're excited about it, and so we're doing that as well. So the health thing is going to really move in its own direction, you know. So I was excited. So my love for graphic design is what made me do it, because I said, you know, I really enjoy doing it. That's like my crack. I love designing, and I said I wanted to start with shirts, but I didn't want to end there. You know, I knew it was the beginning of something greater. So I definitely, but I didn't know how much people really loved shirts. I didn't know, because I wear shirts to the gym. I'll wear them, you know, if I'm running errands on a Saturday or something like that. But I didn't think it was such a big thing that, you know, people use shirts for all kind of things, you know, for their messaging, for, you know, they put messages on onesies for their babies. You know, I got babies in shirts that say I can't breathe and Black Lives Matter or my life matters, or, you know, when I grow up, I want to breathe, you know, that whole thing. So, so yeah, it's definitely been like a serious movement, and I'm really excited about where it's gone. And so many people have allowed me, nonprofit organizations have come to me when they want to do fundraisers and they want to sell shirts. So it's been really a great opportunity. I had a choir, one of my sorors is in a choir, and she bought shirts for all the choir members, and they're doing like a virtual recording, and they're all going to have the shirts on. So, you know, I've just been excited that, you know, people have entrusted me with their vision and allowed me to bring it to light and make it come true for them. So that's been very exciting for me.
I love that. I love that. Well, Tisha, listen, I don't want to hold you up as you got to get back to a few more things, but I cannot thank you enough for coming on the show today to discuss Design Junkie Tees. Thank you again.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
So, folks at home, please go check out Design Junkie Tees.
Design Junkie Tees. Come on.
I love it. Design Junkie Tees. So be sure to check it out. There will be links at the bottom of this video to go straight to it. Facebook, Instagram, and she's also on LinkedIn as well.
Yes,
so,
I am.
Thank you again so much for being on the show.
Thank you. God bless you, my brother.
Have a good one.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Fleslet on the beat.